This week on LNN, we talk about the state of the rand. David Kibuka goes to London, and Chester Missing interviews the advisor to the president, Lindiwe Zulu. Don't miss today's episode. I'm sure when Jacob Zuma wiped the floor with his opponent at Mangaung, he thought that life would be all good. Obviously, the Prince of Nkandla can deal with haters who have a problem with him buying a new house. He can handle people who embarrass him in public. But the rand has been crashing, and there have been strikes all over the country, and there was a general lack of confidence in the economy. And we needed our president to get behind the wheel and drive the country the right directions. We needed Msholozi to reassure investors that South Africa is a good place to invest their money.
Strikes are a normal thing in a democratic country. It is only in undemocratic countries where there are no strikes. And I don't think we should take strikes as a problem.
Hemina, that's not the way to do it. Huh? That's not going to calm down the investors, okay? It's like when a child comes to you and says, oh, it's going to rain and it's a storm everywhere. As a father, you're supposed to go, yeah, no, don't worry. Because when you say, hey, Mina, there are storms everywhere, it's even raining at Coco's house, the child is going to panic, man. That's exactly what Jacob did. And obviously that didn't help the currency because it became the weakest it's ever been in 4 years. So what did the president do next?
Last week, I asked Deputy President Kgalema Motlanthe to lead the interactions with Labour and the mining companies.
Sending Kgalema, the guy you wanted out of the mix, the guy you haven't been involving in your affairs since Mangaung. Somebody is telling me in my ear that this is a setup. This is a setup. South Africa, can you say a setup when I say a setup? Jacob, there must be a plan. Tell us the plan, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, just report nicely, okay, about South Africa. Thank you very much.
Speaking of strikes being common everywhere in the world, this specialist in strike, Zima Vavi, has been feeling the heat.
During a meeting at COSATU's headquarters, it's understood Zima Vavi has been called to account for just about everything he's said and done. The smoking gun, Vavi's decision to defend himself against allegations that he's financially dodgy.
I think the stress of battling his enemies is starting to get to Vavi's head. Because 1 minute he's saying one thing.
A few senior leaders of our affiliated unions at the level of the presidents and general secretaries are the new enemies of the working class. Either they succeed to divide and weaken COSATU, or we expose them and crush them.
Next minute, he's saying this.
We have to show them that we are not splitting or paralyzed, as the media and their sources will want us to believe.
Vavi, how can both of these things be true? It's either one of the two. You can't have both of them. By now, as a South African person, we know that the tripartite alliance, when they say there's no rift, there's a rift, Baba. We know. We saw that from Thabo Mbeki days. When they say don't panic, pack your bags and go to Garangua, where it's safe. Where it's safe in Garangua, where they are. Here at LNN, we found evidence of a rift in COSATU. Look, check this out. I'm only telling you because you watched the show, but Dumo, man. Give me this thing. This is this memorandum. This is stupid, Dumo. Stupid, man. Let me show you things. Man, Dumo. Here is the real thing. Take it, read it, take it home, touch it, do whatever. But this thing here, this guy's killing me. Is rough out there, comrade. As President Jacob Zuma has explained, striking is very natural. Even celebrities who come all the way from Hollywood, they come here to partake in our national pastime called striking. Famous movie stars like Danny Glover, he came here this week to experience this striking thing himself. But in the old age tradition of meeting the president, Danny Glover met with our number one.
Danny, I've also got a little weapon,
After this chit-chat, the steering joined pop crew members and marched through the city to demonstrate over wages. The star-studded event was also graced by celebrities such as Kitsi Tole and that other guy from Trumpis who still wears a sporty. I mean, come on. I mean, really.
Your script was quick.
But unknown to the protesters, the steering was not just there to keep the struggle alive, but he was also there to shoot his new movies. This guy is scheming on us. Delele.
In the year 2013, South Africa has become a country torn by service delivery protests, worker wage disputes, Guptas, and rhino poaching. In a country that has come so far from its dark past, these new problems pose a new threat to the Rainbow Nation. Or do they? One man stands in the way of anarchy. One man has made the trip to Mother Africa. This time, the enemy is the system. Coming to a cinema near you, everybody's favorite staring is back. He may be old and grey, but he gets the people going. And this time, he's got a new weapon. A more lethal weapon. An Amshini Wam.
Yeah, I guess I will have to buy the movie when it comes out at Noord Taxi Rank, and then we'll enjoy it at home or on DVD. Yes, DVD. Don't go anywhere, South Africa. We'll be back after the break with David Kibuka and Mr. Chester Missing. Find us on Twitter, find us on Facebook, send us emails, do whatever you want to get hold of us. And just get hold of us. We'll be back now, soonish. Now, I'm in. Welcome back. We now cross over to our international correspondent, David Kibuka, who's still in London. Dave, how is it there?
Oscar is back in the news here because Sky News released some pictures of the crime scene. Oscar must have been hoping that people were just going to forget about this whole thing because white people love forgetting. That's their cure for everything. Like you ask, how do we redress the imbalance of apartheid? And they're like, just forget about it.
But how could Oscar think we'd forget? I don't understand.
White South Africans love forgetting, Loy. It's like their favorite disease is amnesia. But black people, we never forget. Like there's no one with amnesia in Baragwana.
Dave, what the hell are you talking about?
Like if a black person goes bungee jumping and the cord snaps and he somehow survives his head smashing on the ground, a white person would get amnesia, but a black person would never forget, Loy. My mother would never forget.
Why would a black person bungee jump in the first place, Dave? Bungee jumping is expensive, Baba.
Exactly. Like you'll ask your friend, Magagula, what happened to your head? And he'll be like, you know, I got this job at Minolta. So one of the managers came to me and he said, we must do team building. So while I was standing there on the bridge, I got this feeling that something was wrong. But you can't tell these people that it's the ancestors. So I jumped, and as I was going down, I looked to the side, I see the rope is here. Pants, team building, pants.
Dave.
Pants, team building, pants.
What are you talking about again? I mean, come on, make sense, man, please.
And on top of this, black folk get back to work very soon after accidents. White folks go to hospital like they're going on holiday, lying in comas, having massages, writing poetry. Comas are for people with proper medical aid, not people with hospital plans from Kaiser Chiefs.
Well, there you have it. David Kibuka said it. Must be true.
And we blame all white folks for this Oscar madness. Because when one black person makes a mistake, they blame all black people. So we blame all white folks for this. Even the white babies. When people go, oh, look at the baby, it's so cute. I go, no, watch out for that baby will shoot you.
Dave, that's a bit hardcore, man, come on.
I'm just trying to illustrate a point. People should stop stereotyping other people. And I need some money to phone Loy because everyone has left BBM. I'm the last person on BBM. I feel like Will Smith in I Am Legend.
Dave, why don't you just switch to WhatsApp? Everyone is using WhatsApp.
Thank you, Loy.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. David Kibuka still in London. I hope he gets back safely. This week, the MPA failed to get 15 charges to stick to prosecutor Gladys Breitenbach when she was acquitted of any wrongdoing. Breitenbach was dragged through hell because she was investigating high-profile cases involving individuals connected to powerful people. Because the MPA couldn't get any of these charges to stick, they are now taking old Brayton back to the Labour Court just to keep her busy from investigating these juicy cases. If you've never seen stress in your life, this is what stress looks like.
One of the charges against her was failing to act impartially.
Well, a bit of stress and clip drift as well. Clip drift or autumn harvest crackling, yeah. When asked about the MPA's failure to carry out the job of prosecuting her, this is what Minister of Justice said, Mr. Jeff Khatem.
NPA, I am satisfied that they're doing a good job. If we look at the number of people that our courts convict on a daily basis, you look at the number of prisoners who are in our courts.
There's a backlog in processing these cases, huh? What's wrong with this guy? Some people wait so long that they commit brand new crimes that also go on the list that have to be prosecuted. It's crazy. People wait so long, they forget what crime they are doing there. Huh? Jeff, come on, Baba, come on. Tell us something that makes sense.
So the few cases that you are elevating are insignificant compared to thousands of cases that NPA succeeds.
Just like Jacob, Jeff is saying the media must play nice. Stop focusing on the high-profile cases. What about the small petty crimes that we prosecute? Come on, guys. That's like the Minister of Health saying that we can't figure out this AIDS thing. But we fought hay fever and we've beaten hay fever. When was the last time you saw someone sneezing? Because we as the government are focusing on hay fever. On hay fever. No, Jeff, no matter what you say, Joe, failing to prosecute Breitenbach is a big thing for people who were depending on her silence. I wonder what people were saying when they found out that these charges were dropped. It must have been like a soap opera.
Anna, it says here Glennis has been cleared of all charges. Now we're going to have to hand over the tapes. These tapes are going nowhere.
Hi, but I paid that judge for that woman to be convicted and for her to be out of our hair forever. How can he?
Hey, what hey? Go to the brass card. What are you talking about?
It's English. It's a figure of speech. Don't be stupid, man.
Oh.
That's right.
Okay.
I need to call that judge.
Call her.
I need to call this judge.
Call her.
I need to call him.
Call her.
I need to call him.
Call.
I'm calling. Hey, you judge, you bastard!
Bastard!
You took my money. Now we're in trouble.
Yeah, your uncle.
And now that woman has walked free. What must I do now?
The ego never landed.
What ego? Why are you telling me about birds of prey? This is serious business, man, you bastard.
This is ETV, no, that's not geographic, man.
It's a figure of speech. It means that the money never came into my account. Let me tell you, when you are going to bribe someone, you need to do it properly. This is not Limpopo. Let me tell you how bribery works.
Hey, man, don't be stupid. I know bribery. Have you heard about the arms deal? Don't corrupt my corruption here, man.
You are breaking. You are breaking.
My man, you have to call Keela. I get paid the same amount of money to work on the soapy.
Okay, I'll call him.
No.
I'll call him. You want me to call him?
Call him.
I will call.
Call him.
I'm calling.
Call him.
I'm calling.
Call him.
Exekina, where is the money?
Hey, man, don't say my name on the air.
Hey, Muchalef, I did not say your real name on air, man. Ipima Alibaba.
I deposited the money into the account and faxed you the proof of payment.
You faxed the proof of payment? I told you to use email. Times have changed. What account number did you use?
The same one you gave to me. I've got it right here.
I'll check. Okay, read it.
621.
789. 2. Sure, that is the right account number. But how come the judge did not get the money? Who do you bank with?
It's obvious. I bank with bank. You know Steve Moose.
Steve Samour, man. It takes 7 days for the money to clear. Are you stupid?
No!
Damn it. It takes 7 days. 7 working days. That money is still waiting to clear.
Hey, fool.
It's too late now.
Hey, man.
What kind of judge banks with bank? What a fool. To be continued.
Oh, shucks. It is a problem that she got off this Breitenbach. But South Africa, don't go anywhere, because after the break, we will be having Mr. Chester Mason, who's going to interview Lindiwe Zulu. Find us Twitter, find us Facebook, send email at email. This week, Chester Missing interviewed the President's International Relations Advisor, ANC's Lindiwe Zulu. Let's see what went down.
I'm now talking to one of my favorite comrades. She was in the struggle. Now she advises the President on international relations. So basically, she's still in the struggle. Hey there, Lindiwe Zulu.
Dobry utra. That's what they say in Russian. Good
Dobry
morning.
utra.
Dobry utra.
Dobry utra.
Yes,
Okay. You still talking Russian? All
yes,
right.
I do.
Okay. So, you are Lindiwe Zulu, eh?
Yes, that's my name.
Is that why you got your job? Because the President will take advice from anyone who is a Zulu.
Well, I got my job because I'm capable of doing the job and I'm qualified for the job.
So, as an international advisor, if you don't arrange parking at Waterkloof, what do you actually do?
I advise the President on the foreign policy of South Africa on issues that he wants me to work on. I can give him the advice and he can take it or not take it. So far, he's been taking it.
So he doesn't giggle all the time, because to us, he giggles a lot.
Well, he needs to giggle. Why not? What's wrong with that?
That's right.
He's a
Giggling
friendly
is the
man.
future. He's a friendly man.
Yeah,
I've heard
he's a
that. I've
friendly
heard
man.
that. All the ladies say that. Listen, we can all see that the international media often report negatively on Africa. How are we going to solve this, man, apart from bringing out Madiba and making him wave at journalists like you did the other day?
Well, I think they'll continue to do that. What is important for us is to just do the best we can to do the right thing so that they don't have any bad reporting to do.
So if someone tells you've got rubbish in your trousers, will you kick them out faster next time?
I will. I'll kick them very fast.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah,
you heard it here from the horse's
I'll
mouth.
kick them very fast.
We are in a team of countries, this thing BRICS, Russia, China, India, Brazil, and they're all much bigger than us. What power do we actually have in this situation, comrade? Isn't it a bit like Thabo and Becky trying to do seesaw with Kulubuse Zuma?
We want to be big too, by the way, Chester. We
Yeah,
want
I
to
know we do,
build
but
our...
we're not. We're small now.
Yeah,
we're small now.
Yeah, I know. We're small now, but we want to grow. So if we want to grow, we've got to play with the big ones. What's the point of playing with small ones? We're going to end up being small. Can
you give that advice to Bafana, please?
I
Can you
will.
go to tell Bafana what the hell are you
will.
doing going to Lesotho? Go tell them. Listen, seriously, do you think these problems that happened in the Indian High Commission, you know, Gupta what's, will affect our relationship with India and or Durban?
No, it won't. Basically, it should be a lesson to us to say that our institutions must be able to pick up when things go wrong.
But I mean, why has it taken so long for us to
like
find
that?
for someone to be accountable? I mean, you guys can tell us who hasn't paid their TV license, but you can't tell us who gave permission to land at a bloody Air Force base.
The government hasn't been hiding anything around it.
Yeah.
And government can't afford to be hiding anything about it anyway. There was a security breach. But on a serious note, there is a report.
Okay.
And if anyone wants to hear or wants to see what actually happened, they must just go through that report.
The Central African Republic, you know, don't we have business interests there? Don't the ANC have business interests there?
No, the ANC as an organization doesn't.
And Chancellor House?
Chancellor House probably does.
That is like saying that the Bafana does not have interests in something, but Tumeleng Kuni does. So we could be confident that, you know, if we're not trying to get diamonds, we're just trying to help them.
No, we helping this to set the situation in Central African Republic to be normal, so that South Africans, whoever it is, can be able to go to Central African Republic and do business.
I heard that you complained the other day in the State of the Nation address, everyone in the media got distracted by Oscar Pistorius. Do you think Msholozi could up his game as far as his speeches? Is he giving us enough content and excitement?
Oh, he has. I mean, you've got a national plan. What more do you want? You've got
Well,
a national plan.
I don't know. I think that maybe you should give him some jokes when he does his speeches, or that he can maybe sing more songs, because he's lost his edge.
He's one of the best. He's one. Well, wait and see. We're going to elections campaign, Chester. You want to see him?
Can you suggest to him that he stops singing Shiniwa? No.
We don't want him to stop that.
No, he must sing this song. Here's a song he must sing. Number one, number one, number one, number one.
And who's number one here? You?
I don't know. You tell us. You're the one who came up with number one. I'm off to go find myself a Mshalozi uniform. So I too can be a comrade on a billboard.
Next time you must wear an ANC uniform.
No, I can't afford to be seen to taking alliances.
Bye-bye. Go catch somebody else.
I'm going to.
Thank you, Mr. Missing, torturing people as usual. And now it's time for the Morale Index, where we evaluate the country's morale based on recent events. Take it away, Mr. Deep Fried Man.
This week, President Zuma decided to drop various charges of defamation, including cases against the Piero Sunday Independent, Wackett Simpson, and pretty much every member of the South African media, which means from now on we're going to say whatever we want about him. And Mshalozi also made a speech saying don't worry about the economy, and it made people worry about the economy. And then the value of the rand got even worse, which is a little bit ironic, don't you think? And Helen Zille was like, Obama, come have tea and cake so I can hug you like Helen Suzman hugged Madiba. And the ANC were like, hey, you're America's first black president and you're not allowed to be friends with Helen. Anyway, as long as Obama doesn't go to Diepsloot, he might get into trouble there because he's half Kenyan. Meanwhile, COSATU had a drive slow to stop e-tolls, but it was in the middle of traffic, so everyone just thought it was a normal Friday. Lastly, I'm so happy I managed to get through the entire moral index without mentioning the Guptas or Oscar Pistorius. Oops. So much for that. Have a good week and just be glad you don't live in Turkey or Syria. I'm gonna go and work on my Maskandi guitar.
Thank you very much, Deep Fried Man. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching. Find us on Twitter, find us on Facebook, send us emails. Goodbye. See you guys next week. Pieces.
News that moves. ENCA.com.